Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today I will discuss about wastewater treatment processes. Wastewater treatment consists of applying the known technology to improve or to upgrade the quality of the wastewater. The wastewater treatment involves the collection of wastewater in the central segregated location and subjecting the wastewater to the various treatment processes. The principal objective of wastewater treatment is to allow human and industrial effluents to be disposed of without danger to human health or unacceptable damage to the natural environment. This objective is achieved by removing the sewage contents in the wastewater and to change the characters of the sewage in such way that it can be safely discharged in the natural water sources or applied on the land. The sewage treatment plants or the wastewater treatment plants are mainly designed to supplement the natural purifying powers of land and water courses and helps in maintaining their normal uses. With the current emphasis on the environmental health and water pollution issues, there is an increasing awareness of the need to dispose of these wastewater safely and beneficially without causing harmful effects to the human health. The conventional wastewater treatment processes consist of the four methods: preliminary treatment, primary treatment, secondary treatment, and tertiary or advanced treatment. Let's see one by one. The conventional wastewater treatment consists of combination of physical, chemical, and biological processes and its operation to remove the solids, organic matters, and sometimes nutrients from the wastewater. The various terms used to describe the different degrees of treatment in order of their increasing treatment level are preliminary, primary, secondary, and tertiary or the advanced wastewater treatment. In some countries, disinfection to remove pathogens sometimes follows the last treatment step. Let's see the preliminary treatment. The objective of this treatment is to remove the coarse solids or other large materials found in raw wastewater. The preliminary treatment operation consists of coarse screening, grit removal, and in some cases, comminution of large objects. In the grit chambers, the velocity of water through the chamber is maintained sufficiently high or air is used so as to prevent the settling of most organic solids. The comminutors are sometimes adopted to supplement the coarse screening and serve to reduce the size of large particles so that they will remove in the form of sludge in subsequent treatment processes. Let's see primary treatment. The main objective of primary treatment is to remove the settleable organic and inorganic solids by sedimentation and the removal of materials that will float. Approximately 25 to 50% of incoming biochemical oxygen demand, 50 to 70% of total suspended solids, and 65% of oil and grease are removed during the primary treatment process. Some organic nitrogen, organic phosphorus, and heavy metals with the solids are also removed during this primary sedimentation. In many industrialized countries, primary treatment is the minimum level of pre-application treatment required for the wastewater irrigation. It may be considered sufficient treatment if the wastewater is used to irrigate the crops that are not consumed by the humans or to irrigate the orchards, vineyards, or some processed food crops. The primary sedimentation tanks or clarifiers may be round or rectangular basins of 3 to 5 meter deep with hydraulic retention time between 2 and 3 hours. The settleable solids that is primary sludge, are normally removed from the bottom of the tank by the sludge racks that scraps the sludge to a central well from which it is pumped to sludge processing units. The scum is swept across the tank surface by water jets or mechanical means from which it is also pumped to the sludge processing units. Next treatment is the secondary treatment. The objective of secondary treatment is the treatment of effluent from primary treatment to remove the residual organics and suspended solids. The aerobic biological treatment is performed in the presence of oxygen by aerobic microorganisms, principally bacteria, that metabolize the organic matter in the wastewater, thereby producing more microorganisms and inorganic end products. The several aerobic biological processes are used for the secondary treatment, differing primarily in the manner in which oxygen is supplied to the microorganisms and in the rate at which microorganisms metabolize the organic matters. The high rate biological processes are characterized by relatively small reactor volumes and high concentration of microorganisms compared with the low rate processes. Consequently, the growth rate of new organism is much greater in high rate system. The microorganism must be separated from the treated wastewater by sedimentation to produce clarified secondary effluent. The sedimentation tanks used in the secondary treatment, referred to as secondary clarifiers, operate in the same basic manner as the primary clarifiers. The biological solids removed during the secondary sedimentation, called the secondary or biological sludge, are combined with primary sludge for the sludge processing. The common high rate processes includes the activated sludge process, trickling filters or biofilters, oxidation ditches, or rotating biological contactors. A combination of two of these processes in series is sometimes used to treat the municipal wastewater, which contains high concentration of organic material from industrial sources. The next process is activated sludge process. In the activated sludge process, the dispersed growth reactor in the aeration tank or basin, which contains suspension of the wastewater and microorganisms. The contents of aeration tank are mixed vigorously by aeration devices, which also supply oxygen to the biological suspension. The aeration devices commonly used, which include submerged diffusers, which release the compressed air, and mechanical surface aerators that introduce air by agitating the liquid surface. The hydraulic retention time in the aeration tank usually ranges from 3 to 8 hours, but it can be higher with high BOD. Following the aeration steps, the microorganisms are separated from the liquid by sedimentation, and clarified liquid is secondary effluent. The portion of biological sludge is recycled to the aeration basin to maintain high mixed liquor suspended solids level. The remainder is removed from the process and sent to sludge processing unit to maintain the relatively constant concentration of microorganisms in the system. Here is the activated sludge wastewater treatment flow diagram, which consists of preliminary treatment, primary clarifiers, aeration tank, secondary clarifiers, then disinfection unit. In the activated sludge process, the wastewater effluent is passes from the preliminary treatment to the primary clarifiers. From the primary clarifiers, it is discharges to the aeration tank in which air is passes. The sludge obtained from the primary clarifiers called as the primary sludge. After the processing in the aeration tank, it is sent to the secondary clarifier. In the secondary clarifier, the waste activated sludge is formed. Next to the secondary clarifiers, disinfection unit is there, and from the disinfection unit final effluent is obtained. The product in the aeration tank can be recycled in the activated sludge process. Trickling filters. A trickling filter or the biofilter consists of a basin or tower filled with support media such as the stones, plastic shapes, or wooden slats. The wastewater is applied intermittently or sometimes continuously over the filter media. The microorganisms become attached to the media and it forms the biological layer or fixed film. The organic matter in the wastewater diffuses into that film where it is metabolized. Oxygen is normally supplied to the film by the natural flow, either up or down through the media, depends upon the relative temperature of wastewater and ambient air. The thickness of the biofilm increases as the new microorganisms grow. The portion of the film slough of the media. The sloughed material is separated from the liquid in the secondary clarifier and it is discharged to the sludge processing unit. The clarified liquid from the secondary clarifier is the secondary effluent and its portion is often recycled to the biofilter to improve hydraulic distribution of wastewater over the filter. Here is the diagram which shows the different units in the trickling filters. Thank you everyone. I hope you will understand this topic.